The Milwaukee Bucks find themselves at a crossroads this offseason, with the future of their franchise cornerstone, Giannis Antetokounmpo, hanging in the balance. After a third consecutive early exit in the playoffs, the two-time MVP and reigning superstar faces an uncertain path, one that could lead him away from the team that drafted him 12 years ago. For the first time in his career, Giannis seems to be genuinely questioning whether his future lies in Milwaukee, and the organization finds itself in a precarious situation. The heartbreak of another first-round exit. The Bucks entered the 2025 postseason as a team with high expectations, hoping to rebound from a heartbreaking early playoff departure in 2024. However, their championship aspirations were quickly dashed as they fell to the Indiana Pacers in a 5-game series that left many scratching their heads. With Giannis playing through lingering injuries in the prior 2 playoffs, and key sidekick Damian Lillard sidelined for much of this one, the Bucks' lack of depth and defensive consistency was fully exposed. Lillard, a 9-time All-Star and former MVP candidate, tore his Achilles tendon during the series, further complicating matters for Milwaukee. The 6'2" point guard's injury may keep him out for the entire 2025-26 season, leaving the Bucks with a gaping hole in their roster and little flexibility to improve. With the looming uncertainty of Lillard's future, it will be nearly impossible to trade his contract and bolster the team around Giannis for the immediate future. The decision that could change everything. While the Bucks' window for contention seems to be shrinking, Giannis' future in Milwaukee remains very much up in the air. In an exclusive appearance on ESPN's The Pat McAfee Show, NBA insider Shams Charania shed light on the current state of Antetokounmpo's mindset. According to Charania, Giannis is in the midst of a critical decision-making process, weighing whether to remain loyal to the franchise that took a chance on him or to pursue a championship elsewhere. Giannis is still figuring out what's best for his future, Charania explained. He is open-minded. He's in the process of evaluating whether his forever home will be in Milwaukee or if it's time to explore a different path to a title. Despite his status as the face of the Bucks for over a decade, Giannis hasn't committed to staying in Milwaukee long-term. There has yet to be a definitive meeting between him and the organization regarding his future, but one is expected to take place in the coming weeks. The pressure is mounting on the Bucks front office to keep their franchise player happy and retool the roster in a way that would make a championship run more feasible. A team in limbo. Is this a gap year for Milwaukee? As Milwaukee enters the 2025-26 season, the organization seems to be preparing for a gap year, a transitional period in which they'll attempt to rebuild around Giannis without making any major changes just yet. According to Charania, the Bucks front office is still holding out hope that loyalty will win out in the end and that Giannis will remain in Milwaukee despite the team's recent struggles. The Bucks are operating under the assumption that Giannis will stay, and they are planning for a gap year, Charania noted. They're banking on the idea that Giannis's 12 years in Milwaukee will ultimately play a major role in his decision. But if the 2025-26 season is truly a gap year, what about the last 3 years? The 2022-2023 to 2024-2025 campaigns were expected to be championship windows for Milwaukee, but the team faltered in each postseason. Injuries played a significant role, as Giannis was not at full strength in the 2023 and 2024 playoffs, and Lillard's own injury woes in 2024 and 2025 only exacerbated the situation. In addition, the Bucks were thoroughly outplayed by the Miami Heat in 2023 and the Pacers in 2025, leaving their title aspirations in tatters. To make matters worse, Milwaukee's roster lacks the flexibility to make significant changes heading into the next season. While they have one first-round pick available to trade, the Bucks are severely limited in terms of high-level, tradable contracts. General Manager John Horst, who made bold moves to bring in Lillard in 2023 and to improve the roster during the 2020 offseason, now finds himself in a tough spot. Without the ability to add another star or key contributor through trade, it's unclear how the Bucks can retool for the future while still keeping Giannis satisfied. A turning point for the franchise. As Karania noted, if Giannis does decide to look elsewhere, the market for the two-time MVP would be astronomical. His combination of size, skill, and elite performance on both ends of the floor makes him one of the most coveted players in the NBA. The Bucks would be faced with the reality of losing their franchise player, potentially signaling the end of an era in Milwaukee.